My podcast co-host Blonde and I were pretty nervous to cover the Republican National Convention. With all the violence and riots lately, hanging out in the middle of a sea of people in an urban center is a discomforting prospect. But we sweat it out through both nervousness and outrageously hot and humid temperatures for 4 days. We spoke to dozens of people, both protesting and supporting, and generally, we had few contentious encounters to report. That is until the very last discussion on the very last day. Throughout that last day, there was a presence following our steps, monitoring our interviews, lurking, but never asking us for a conversation. That presence is seen here, surveilling my discussion with a member of the Council on American Islamic Relations, listening and watching, effectively stalking, but never having the common human decency simply to introduce himself or to ask a few questions. I now know that presence is Daryle Lamont Jenkins, who gave me his card after the exchange you're about to watch. He runs an organization called the One People's Project, telling us hate has consequences, which I will admit is much more catchy than saying having an opinion different from this guy will cause him to follow you around creepily for hours. The organization describes its mission as to research and report on who's who and what's what regarding right-wing groups, individuals, and activities, and encourage society to be vigilant against them in an effort to diminish their ability to function and cause that society. In other words, to spy on you, to stalk you, to try to obtain your personal information through suspect means, to shame you or to ruin you for having the wrong thoughts, or talking to the wrong people, or for having the wrong opinions. And he's been doing this for years. He ambushed Andrew Breitbart with accusations of racism.
Get out of my face. What's wrong, man? Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Are you accusing me of being a white supremacist?
I'm accusing you of being a racist. Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
Yes,
Have a nice day, buddy. Will somebody please take this guy out of here?
And he lost a lawsuit for $50,000 on accusations he sent threats to a hotel hosting a conference of speakers he views as white supremacist in order to get that conference canceled. If you talk to him like I did, he'll tell you how big of a deal he is.
I think you better Google me.
Oh, no.
But the fact is, he has years of experience in 21st century left-wing McCarthyist witch hunting with no success to show for it. After Daryle monitored an interview Blonde and I did with Democracy Now!'s Amy Goodman, I had enough of him hovering over us. Someone who knows him tipped us off that he was watching us with malicious intent. So I approached him, I gave him my name, I gave him my purposes, after which we started rolling the camera. You'll see me get stern with him at times, so understand this exchange within the context that he had been following us for hours with the intent to do us harm. Amid the crowded chaos earlier, we lost the windsock to our microphone. Bad timing, considering a blustery storm was moving in. I have improved this audio as best I can. I regret that it's noisy and annoying at times. Please bear with me. The encounter begins with me asking Daryle what exactly he wants from us.
Well, I've already gotten it. I think I've already... Well, if you wanted to say something.
No, I'm just curious, because you want information.
Daryle Lamont Jenkins.
And you want information. And you want information from me and us, so...
Well, sure, go ahead.
What information are you looking for?
Who you are and what you're about. As I told Ms. Goodman, I never knew y'all before.
Okay, and so before that, if we've told you who we are and what we're about, I want to preface it with the idea that you've been following us around this square, not asking us that.
I wasn't even focused on y'all yet. I was actually focused on Nathan Domingo. I was focused on Nick Spencer when he was here.
Known thought criminals, right? Known thought criminals, or what are their crimes?
I don't know if they have committed any crimes.
Vigilante officer in the busting thought crimes?
Think about that.
Is that your role? What's your role?
My role is, if you guys are not afraid of giving out your information, if you're not afraid of being exposed or seen, you shouldn't be afraid of me. Because that's all
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you in any sense.
Obviously. I mean, that's good to hear. But the thing is...
Who would possibly be afraid of you, and for what reason?
Exactly. Who? Who would be afraid of me? Why would that be a fear?
I'm asking you.
I mean, because my
You're the one trying to intimidate.
I mean, why would somebody tell you to watch out for me?
Because you're hovering behind us, following around this entire square.
And I'm hovering behind you, and you should have no reason to be afraid.
Making sure I don't think the wrong things, say the wrong words.
Well, you've already, I think, quite frankly, you've already done that. See, one of the things you got to bear in mind is that Red Ice and I mean anything that's involved in kind of like the whole white supremacist thing.
But you can't listen to the wrong ideas. I'm with you there. That's a bad thing.
What he's referencing when he says Red Ice is the fact that Blonde had called into Red Ice Radio for 5 minutes the day before, reporting at their request on the events of the protests. I'm not even familiar with Red Ice. Their website says they do social and political commentary with a pro-European perspective. Perhaps you spin that into some type of Nazi euphemism, but the fact remains that they broadcast live uninterrupted on YouTube, making it hard to believe that whatever they say exists outside the scope of what I would call an overly restrictive YouTube hate speech policy.
They have the wrong ideas in this public square.
There are ideas that are wrong.
You are not a police officer.
No,
and
that's why you're not.
Anything
And there's
but
no
your
law being
pathetic
broken.
self,
Didn't you
and
say
your
that?
values are
Did
un-American.
you not say?
You are responsible for
Are they un-American?
You are thought policing, sir.
Do I have the right to believe as
You are thought
I wish
policing,
as
trying
you
to
do?
ruin people's lives. That
And
is
don't
your
you think?
objective.
And that's what white supremacy does.
Who is out here trying to ruin people's lives?
White supremacy
Who?
ruins
Who?
people's
Point out.
lives, and you guys want to associate with that. crap.
I'm a white supremacist. Are you prepared to say that?
Yes.
On what basis?
On the basis of your association.
Now, this is where it gets interesting. He levels an accusation of white supremacism against me based solely on the fact that I have a friend who talked to someone he considers to be white supremacist for 5 minutes, and that accusation alone is enough blood in the water to get some degenerate social justice piranhas to start swimming in.
White supremacy.
Am I a white supremacist?
Seriously, I'm a white person. I say fuck white
Am I a white supremacist?
That's so fucking wrong.
Why? Do you know that?
Why is he a white supremacist? What did he do? No, he
I
never
asked,
said
am
that.
I?
Yes,
I asked, am I?
what's your name?
No.
No.
So maybe just fair mistake. Maybe just mistake. I asked, am
Get out
I?
of here.
Hey, you came to us.
Yeah, because you were antagonizing us.
Yes, sorry we were antagonizing this guy who has been stalking us with the intent of ruining our livelihoods.
You're just sitting there trying to think out of white supremacy. Do you know why I
On
call
what
you a white
basis of-
supremacist, man?
yeah, I wanna know.
Basically, the reason why is because when I see you messing around with Red Ice, when I see you messing around and you're dancing people, yes, because
How do you know
don't
I'm not-
play coy.
How do you-
If you gotta play coy, then you know you're running foul.
You can't
You know
talk
why-
to certain
you know-
people?
You're playing coy, man. Why would I be? Why would
Look
I?
into it. Look up my name and look up my association with
Why?
Red Ice. There's
If I
none.
looked up your,
There's
up
none.
your name, I'll find something. I guarantee.
Okay, I want you to publish it, and I want you to send it to
I
me.
guarantee
And
you
I
I
want
would
my
probably-
25,000 YouTube subscribers to learn about it. I
And the
want you to
25,000
expose me.
YouTube subscribers will know.
Okay,
I mean,
we all
they won't
know-
care.
I disagree. I think there's a large number of you who would like to see the evidence of my white supremacism. Daryle has my email address. I think that case is going to require quite the deep dive, but when that research is done, I will happily publish it.
You guys are trying to make yourselves out to be victims. Do not sit there and get ticked off. Here's my comment.
You followed us around this entire
You guys,
square, and
they're
none
trying
of
to make themselves out to be victims because they come here with their hanging out with neo-Nazis. They're going to report for neo-Nazis, and they want to get
Neo-Nazi
mad
connection.
about anybody calling them out about it.
This is a witch hunt.
This is comedy gold.
Not for the
This is
purposes you
comedy
think it
gold.
is. This is the kind of thing you don't think exists in real life, and then you find out it does.
No, it does. It does. I know this because people from the neo-fascist side have done it all the time.
You are a neo-fascist.
I can't be a neo-fascist because for me to be a neo-fascist, I would have to be a nationalist, and I've never been that.
You are a thought policeman.
I am not a thought policeman. You got basically
If
just
I-
tell everybody
so-
how you feel, and I respond to it.
And you
there is nothing
and
wrong
you
with that.
and you try to ruin people's lives for the wrong thought.
Well, fuck their lives if they're Nazis.
If they're not thinking the right
Fuck
things.
their lives
Right.
if they're Nazis.
Right. That's
man.
it's not American value.
Should they go after Nazis? How about asking them that? Should they go after people
Should they
who
witch
push
hunt
white
Nazis?
supremacist ideals?
Like
Should
me?
they go after that?
Like me?
Should they go after people who believe in separation of the races or believe that blacks are
When have I ever said this? When have I ever said this?
Chances are we are probably going to talk to you.
On what basis are you leveling these accusations against me?
Listen, if you're going to make the associations, you're going to get the charge.
You've talked to Red Ice. You Google Red Ice all the time by the same thing. You have the same association just as guilty as I am.
That's not.
You're more
man.
involved with Red Ice than I am. You know more about them than I do. That's a
So,
fact.
so you know absolutely nothing
I
about
don't.
them.
I
But
don't.
you're going to have an association with them for 5 minutes.
She's my friend, and she called into the show. My God.
At this point, he takes issue with some things we said to Amy Goodman, thereby admitting he was standing by, listening to the whole interview, monitoring it for the wrong thoughts.
You were talking to Amy Goodman.
I still don't know who that is.
yeah, the
Look her up.
reporter. Yeah,
Yeah.
fine.
Wait, who is that?
She's
Democracy
Miss Democracy Now.
No,
But I don't know her.
Oh, the lady we just did the interview with?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know who that was.
So remember what you said to her?
That she believes in
I think it was
nationalism.
a little bit more than that.
Which was
First
what?
of all, it's amazing to me that you can call Black Lives Matter racist.
Are you joking me?
No, I'm not joking you. It's amazing to me. All the white people that have been associated with Black Lives Matter beg to differ with that.
Public opinion polling begs to differ with that.
Oh, really? So now
does.
you're doxing.
Doxing what?
Public opinion. What
Public
opinion?
Public
What
opinion
public
polling. Public opinion polling.
Because I noticed that Black Lives Matter gains
Public
a lot of
opinion
momentum.
polling has shown that people believe Black Lives Matter is making
That
race
people
relation
believe- that- yeah,
worse,
people-
not better.
There are people that believe it, and then more people believe that's BS.
No, more people believe it's not.
I
That's
like
what
how
the polling
Southern
says.
Poverty Law Center kicked all that nonsense. Everybody wants Black Lives Matter to be listed as a hate group, and Southern Poverty Law Center said,
Who cares? They're one
yeah,
organization.
somebody cared because they asked them to do
So
it.
you go with comprehensive polling data, that means nothing.
No,
One
no,
anecdote
let me
means
ask you
everything.
this. You didn't even give me any stats. That's one of the things.
What? I just talked about a recent poll.
What's the stats?
It's a majority of people think Black
What
Lives.
are the stats?
I don't know the exact
Where is the
percentage.
poll?
Oh my God! Do you want me to Google it?
Do it for me
Okay.
now.
All right.
Do it for me now.
Oh my God! If you're not a walking encyclopedia, you're wrong.
No, yeah, that's what conservatives always try to tell them.
No, well, that's not what's being told right now, and I'm not even a conservative, so whatever.
Well, God bless you.
I'll tell you. You want to know what I am?
Go for it.
I'm a liberal, man, and the reason
Yeah, I
that
heard
I'm
that one.
and the reason that I'm critical is because of this type of behavior. This idea that you're going to enter everyone's head.
That's why you both left the left, but you're a liberal. Yeah, okay, funny.
I used to be.
You know what? That's the same shit that Breitbart always says. and they go after people all the
Do
time.
you not believe I should have the freedom of my own thoughts?
You can have the freedom of your own thoughts, but you do not have the freedom to avoid the consequences that come with
For
it.
thoughts.
You do know what our slogan is on this.
Thoughts
right?
for
Hate has consequences.
In your head?
Hey,
In your head?
out your head and they become action.
Do you believe
What? If,
people-
no. You answer that question
asking
right
you
now.
now.
What if hate turns into action?
Words and what if
turn into action?
words and action are different things?
What if it becomes action?
Words
Answer
words
that!
I am answering. You're yelling.
Good, because I don't want to.
Good. Words and actions are different.
And when the words
We
come
don't
out, you
criminalize-
know who the bad guys are.
Let's talk about this in the legal spectrum. We don't criminalize words. We criminalize actions.
You're right. But the thing is, no one's going to jail.
Nor should
You're
they.
only getting into a little bit of a row with me on the street, and that's about
You're trying to ruin lives.
Hey, if no one wants to associate you because of what you're about, then that's on.
Well, actually, a lot of people
You don't
want to
have the
associate
right
with me, and
If
nobody
you want
wants
to
to
talk about
associate
freedom, if you want to talk about
Literally,
freedom,
nobody wants to associate with you except
You're
for
talking
fast
to-
food, man.
no one's
That's about it.
Here we go. Thank you. Who are you speaking?
I'm speaking for me. What does it matter? Who do you speak for?
Fuck you. Who? That's who.
Who do you speak for?
Fuck you. That's who.
You didn't ask
Get out of here.
You just asked me a
Get out
question.
of here. Don't give a shit.
I'm just curious. You ask me a question, I answer. I ask you a question, and I'm out of line.
Okay.
All right, fair enough. Right.
Cause fuck off.
Solid reasoning. This is modern liberalism. Modern liberalism. This is unbelievable.
I don't want to talk to you.
Then why would you talk to us? Who initiated this dialogue?
No.
Who?
No.
You did, and you just told him to fuck off.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
I thought you picked me out.
Bye.
I thought you picked me out. My mistake. Right. Okay.
After we stopped rolling, he looked at me and he said something to the effect of, "You fucked with the wrong person. I am going to ruin you." Unfortunately, I don't have that statement recorded, but it prompted me to return to Daryle with my phone to confirm the threats he was making.
I'm asking you if you're going to ruin my life.
Yes.
Yes. And with whom should I not fuck?
Well, it depends on your taste, but if you want to fuck around with Richard Spencer and Nathan Domingo, it's not my problem.
Consider yourself fucked around with, sir.
You really don't know me.
Consider yourself fucked
You
around with.
really don't know me.
Around with, you have been fucked, and we'll never speak again.
You are in trouble with fucking around. Go ahead and do what you think you're gonna do.
Nothing other than broadcast your absurd viewpoints.
You know how
I'm
many?
not threatening you.
I think you better Google me.
Oh no.
Because
that.
you will see how little I care.
Very, very much you care.
You will see how little
You
I
care so little. You walk around and follow people around a public square.
My mission is to deal with your sorry white supremacist ass, and then I deal with you back.
I'm a white supremacist. This has been verified.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye what? Are you threatening? And then we have another SJW intervention chastising me for documenting the threats made against me and again asserting that I'm a white supremacist without even the slightest skepticism or thirst for evidence. Are you threatening me? He's threatening me.
No.
You're fucking over here in his face.
Are we done?
He's threatening my livelihood.
How do you know that people will care?
He's threatening my livelihood. He's I can't tape him threatening my livelihood. He's telling me he's gonna ruin my life right now. He's
Then let him say that, but then you're the bigger person.
I have a right to document it for my own protection.
But you're in his
Oh
face,
my
so
gosh. His space is a public space.
That's why we're out here, man.
public
I
space.
totally get that's why we're
We're
out
all
here,
out here
but we
for
don't
this-
gotta say that kind of shit to people.
Say what?
Like, this is a fucking peaceful
What did I
rally,
say?
dude. Like, I'm a white supremacist. And it's fucking face
He
like
called
that.
me one.
Dude, bro. And you're like, I am. I'm fucking
never
here.
said that.
Just now.
No,
Just
he
fucking
did not.
now.
You would never
Earlier,
ironically-
fucking conversation
because
earlier.
he-
fucking with him. Get the
Because
fuck out of here.
no, dude, you don't understand. All right,
Don't
but
worry about it.
this is
Never any
unbelievable.
discussion.
Are you a racist?
No, I've never said anything. No.
I've never heard a racist thing come out of this guy's mouth
You
in
could.
my life.
This guy here says he's gonna look up my personal information and ruin my life. I gave him my personal information. This is gonna ruin my life for thought crime because I'm a white supremacist. And yet, and he says you fucked with the wrong person. You're gonna pay, and I'm gonna ruin your life. And yet, I'm the one who's the bad guy here. This is what we're dealing with. And if you've been here, all I've been doing is talking to people. I've not threatened anyone.
You didn't threaten him, so it's nothing he can do.
It's indefensible.
It's indefensible. Free speech in a public
Would
square.
you stop with the whole free speech? I'm not here because you want to use your free speech.
Yes,
I'm
you
here
are.
with what you want to use your free speech for. I'm responding to that and nothing more.
That's not what free speech means.
Oh, good grief. You're right. That's not what free speech means. You can say whatever you want. He has a YouTube page. That's all.
I have a YouTube channel. Yeah. You can watch it if you want, but
Oh my God, I'm so glad
this guy's on a witch hunt to make everyone in the world a racist that he's going to destroy.
Everyone in the world. I guess that means you, right?
Never said never said anything racist in my entire life. I don't even have racist beliefs in my head. And he does.
Word, I wouldn't care. I'm just saying.
Unfortunately, I do.
Unfortunately, I do care. Except for 2 minutes ago when I didn't.
You will see how little I care.
Go ahead. That stuff don't bother me, man. I'm not gonna let you get your mind.
Right. As bad as some ideas are, we have the freedom of our own thought. Even if that thought is bad.
Whatever you say,
Right.
what happens when that
If
thought
you did
comes to action?
thoughts and actions are different things.
I didn't ask you that. I said, what happens when that thought turns
We
around?
punish the action.
Damn right.
What action have I committed?
I'm just, let's hope that you don't in any actions. If you don't, then you're good to go. If you turn it into action, then we got
And I'd be punished for the action, not the
You're right, you'll be punished for the action. But let's just consider this a preemptive strike.
Listen, man. You can do something better with your life. You really can.
This is something better with my life.
No, it's not.
It's been what I've been doing since I was 11 years old.
That's probably why your life has turned into this.
You have no idea what my life has turned into.
Now, what Daryle Lamont Jenkins does is, to me, awful. To appoint yourself thought policeman and stalk the country for the wrong words, the wrong thoughts, the wrong opinions, and to try to ruin the livelihoods of those who dare disagree with you is anti-intellectual, it is anti-American, and frankly, is just anti-good person. However, it would be wildly hypocritical for me to use my platform to encourage the same type of efforts against him. If you decide to get in touch with Daryle, I humbly ask that you do it with a focus on the issues and on the ideas rather than a focus on the person. I don't want his life ruined as he wants mine, but I do hope he might reconsider his life's priority of stalking, harassing, and threatening people with his time. I appreciate your consideration of my request. Thanks as always for listening and for supporting this channel. Always appreciate that thoughtful discussion down below and especially over on Twitter. That is at skag_3. You're always welcome to come hang out and chat in my live streams. Those are linked down in the description. Looking forward to it. Okay, bye.